underway. Fully 6 months have passed since the under-18's last competitive match. Some of last season's crop have moved up, some have moved on. Now it's time, first minutes of this game. Manchester United have to go backwards to try and go forwards, and it's with Rhys Bennett and now Iestyn Hughes. Hughes, one of those players who was involved.
Might be a bit different from the northeast.
Hughes with the throw. I'm not sure if Bennett appreciated that ball exactly where he got it, but it was to go this time round. Always looking to push on the next level of talent, as indeed Neil Wood is in the under-23s. Bennett losing out. Now it's Blackburn's chance to push forward and cause problems, and Bennett tidied up his own error.
Yeah, just got caught
as a striker and second striker at times. Manchester City, Bury, Norwich City, Stoke, Queen's Park Rangers, Barnsley, Blackpool, Macclesfield Town and Shrewsbury Town.
Fantastic day for football, and thankfully no wind as well.
The cross is aimed towards Bennett, who goes for goal and is very unfortunate not to find the net. Designed it all the way. Swiderski, who wears the captain's armband today, for Hughes, and back to Bennett, who's under pressure, but you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, cool piece of playing, but it is a bit north.
Hardly caught under the ball, but then swept it away from Brandon Lonsdale. Hugill, who only had the option really of Charlie Wellens. He tried to force the ball through. A chance for James to step up and get some valuable championship experience, which is what these Blackburn youngsters want. Plenty in the mix for this one. Lonsdale will rise, but so will Bennett. Out as far as Weston, who just tried to guide it goalwards. 3 was against Manchester United, and that was won 3-1 by the Reds. To Swiderski. It already looks like one of those games where Manchester United may have to be patient.
Sure, Neil Ryan, who saw there, will be happy with the start they've made.
Well, when you look at this Manchester United side today, there's a real good mixture of the. It should mean that United, with these players in their armoury, can get at sides in many different ways.
Well, you've got the physical presence of Hardley and Bennett at the back, and you've also got the experiences that they couldn't finish off the Youth Cup run they were on. Possibly that might happen again in the forthcoming months.
Yeah, there's still talk of that to be picked up and carried on, and indeed these,
which is difficult for fullbacks to. They don't know whether they're going there and mark or not.
Charlie Wellens fouled. Off United go again with, as he is today, England under-16 youth international. Hardly
managed to just get their foot in the way.
Alexander Baker sent a tumbling by Rhys Bennett, who will at the very least get a talk. Here it is unusual to see yellow cards at this level, even for challenges that perhaps warrant it, particularly in the early stages of a game. Often referees let United have done all the hard work. Lonsdale. Bennett in the way.
Yeah, good defender again by Bennett.
Hardly. For Vitek. Bennett back to his keeper. Radek Vitek. There's pressure on keepers now to not just be good with the hands but with the feet as well.
Well, teams try to press right up on top of you to win the ball back, and it's imperative that the goalkeeper's comfortable with the ball, because he's like an extra defender, really. And if you...
One of those challenges, perhaps if you pull out of it slightly, you end up getting hurt. But he went in and made sure that he was strong enough and enough.
Yeah, exactly right. Make a decision to go and win the ball and don't hold back.
By Garrett. With 5, Hugoev and Elanga with 7. Charlie Wellens picked up 5 goals as well. 9 for Charlie McCann. 4 for Mark Helm.
Another gear there. Comfortably back to Vitek.
Savage wins it, knocks it back, and it's Bennett who'll take it on. Manchester born. Rhys Bennett. Charlie Wellens for Iestyn Hughes. And we have 10 minutes to go to half-time. At the moment, 10. Bennett's long ball eventually. Harlock had it but lost it, and it was mopped up by Wellens. Hughes. Hansen. Not important in a game like this when it's going your way that you don't assume that it's won, that you keep that tempo going.
Well, I think Blackburn have shown in this first sort of half hour, 30.
Bit in play. Goalkeeper wasn't sure. Strong challenge, which the referee...
Serious.
Not a drop ball in the traditional sense from back in the day when... Here goes Baker. Happy to run at Bennett, who needs to be careful, and is.
Yeah, again, excellent defending from Bennett. He could have slid in there, went to ground, stayed on his feet.
Swiderski back to Bennett, who's caught again.
They've had a lot of the ball, the back four, but the use of it's been good there. They've fizzed it about well. They've not sort of had to wait for passes, and they've slotted into midfield when they can as well. Bennett just looking for a midfield player there who can get them going, but certainly you can have a lot of the ball.
Baker through towards Lonsdale. Garrett. Bennett for Swiderski. Hardley, who applauds the passing. Just dropping in to help out the centre halves so that the likes of Hughes and Pye can really accelerate up the pitch.
Yeah, he's done that a few times, Savage, on that side. Pye overlaps him. He drops deep and gets the ball up Hardley.
There's been some great battles in the past between these two sides at this level, and some very familiar names on the score sheet as well. A few years back, 16 season, and 1-1 draw away from home. Wellens and Savage back for Bennett. Well, when United won 4-1 back in 2014 in Blackburn's backyard, Ollie Rathbone scoring a hat-trick against the side which his father had previously played for, Mick Rathbone. Into.
Yeah, it looks he was in trouble there. Just managed to wriggle his way free. 2 red shots closing him down.
Vitek for Swiderski. Bennett again looking for Iestyn Hughes. Bennett. Hughes. Nicely played by Baker. But then he's gifted it back for Bennett.
Unlucky not to add to the lead as well with that smart save from Goddard from Savage.
Next weekend, United take on Blackburn's friends from up the road, if you like, Burnley League. And the following weekend, it's the Manchester Derby, the mini Manchester Derby at Manchester City. The other results of note in the north. Hugill might just hardly at the other end making time for himself. And supported by Pye. Bennett's the inevitable target, and his opposite number was up with him. Fired in with a bit more pace this time. Emerald. Here's Bennett. As we approach the hour mark, the Slovakian turns 18 in the next couple of weeks. Hardly. Iestyn Hughes with the throw then, back for Rhys Bennett. And back again to that Youth Cup run, which, as we say, was an impressive run and might still continue.
He's not the tallest up front, but he certainly puts himself about.
We saw Matteo Mejia once last season, made the one start. Chance for him to get 20 minutes or so under his belt now. All the way back to Vitek, who's had very little to do today. Could have been up here, as have all the players really in this starting 11. Shown what they can do. The only person not really tested too much is Radek Vitek, the goalkeeper.
Two midfield lads, which is the heartbeat of the team really. Swiderski and Savage have done very well, digging balls out, winning the ball and using it well for the front players.
Bennett to Hardley. It's a familiar feeling in some ways. Baker. Gilsenan trying to push forward now into
that incident probably sort of seals the result, I think, for United, because Blackburn, I don't think they'll get that many more chances. He's coming across his goals and he's got to go the other way a little bit to get his left hand out and save that.
It's just an instinctive position, start getting excited, and you just never know.
They get a bit of hope from it. If they can get a goal back, gives them a boost in confidence, and they think they can go on and finish the game strong.
Which didn't quite get the reward it deserved. Powerful and pacey, and in the end not quite having the poise to finish it. Amari Forson. Swiderski once more. Now Hardley.
Yeah, United using the full width of the pitch, stretching this ball.
Over the ball. Certainly got plenty on that towards Bennett.
It was the keeper, Goddard.
Lonsdale. Serino. In from Lonsdale again, an important header by Hugo.